Hey friends, today on my journey to making spiritual sense out of our human experiences, I am so excited to do my spiritual reaction for Ren's Vincent's Tale self-portrait, which is now going to be the very first song after the prologue that we got a couple weeks ago of a series of songs that are going to come together to form one story. So, yeah, very excited. I'm Joanna, and you are watching the Leather and Lace podcast. Hello, and welcome back. I am going to go ahead and get started. There's really not much to say except for thank you for supporting this channel with your views, your likes, your comments, and also if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and do my reaction, which it's not just going to be a regular reaction to the song, which is probably going to be phenomenal, but it's also going to be a way for me to try to make sense of our human experience, which is messy and horrible sometimes, but the cool thing is, how can we see something positive out of it? Positive meaning that I'm not trying to excavate rainbows and puppies out of it, but positive in that what can we learn from it, because this whole human experience is about learning. At least that's what I think and believe. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and, oh my God, watch this. Okay. So we're leaving off where we started after the prologue. He's such a good actor. Oh no. Oh, here we go.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be silent when you fed me lies.
Ooh. Wow. He's saying he hates Great Britain, which is where he is from, because they have fed him lies. How many of us are feeling a little bit of resonance with that? I'm not saying I hate Great Britain, but I'm saying how many of us feel like we've been lied to by the country in which we live? Not to get too political, but something is weird going on out there, right? I feel like the people have been lied to, and I'm not saying about any political party. I think it's both parties, but stuff just isn't right. It doesn't feel right in the world. So it's interesting to hear him say this about England, because it feels like that here as well. Let's keep watching.
I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous
It's interesting when he was saying about working from 9 to 5 and he's just going about rinse and repeat, because it's like, even though he isn't intoxicated and he's drunk, the imagery I get of that grind, that 9 to 5 grind of just getting up, going to work, going to sleep, eat, sleep, and work, it's like as if you're a zombie. So does it matter? It's almost like this argument, like, does it matter if I'm drunk? Because I'm still not alive if I'm not. I'm still walking around like a zombie doing this 9 to 5 grind. So yeah, so he's almost kind of like blaming Great Britain, or saying that he's a product of Great Britain and that's why he hates it. So very interesting. So far, very, very dismal, right? Very dark, but it's kind of one of the things we love about Ren, and eventually somehow he always seems to bring in the light. So I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Destroy.
Oh, wow.
I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth.
Ooh, I was just talking about that, right? I was just saying, yeah, okay. He's like saying, yeah, I'm wasted, but I wasted all my youth. Again, it's just like, what does it effing matter? If this country doesn't care for me, why should I care for it? Which is almost like the opposite of like, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. In an ideal world, if your country was actually in service to you, to the people, that makes sense. But it kind of reminds me of the story real quick. I had a pretty not so wonderful father. And I just had this story come up recently, actually, because my daughter lost one of her molars. But when I was a kid and I had just lost one of my molars, I had this horrible wound in my mouth, right, where my tooth used to be. And I was caring for it so tenderly, making sure food didn't go in the hole. And, but I lost a piece of this toy, this like coin bank, really inconsequential bullshit, okay? But I lost this chain to it, and he got so mad with me that he chased me, and I didn't have anywhere to go, and I just fell on the couch because I just didn't have anywhere else to go. And he just squeezed the shit out of my face, right where my molar was, and it hurt. And in that moment, I had this thought, when we're kids and we have these core memories, these core beliefs that get formed. I think this was one of those moments because I remember it so clearly, because I had this thought of like, man, I've been so careful in nurturing this pain, this wound that I have. I've been so gentle with myself. And this man who's supposed to be my father, who's supposed to be my protector, the person who loves me, did something so intentional to hurt me. And if that person is the one that's going to do that, what hope do I have, right, to ever be loved or to be cared about by someone else? So I feel like that's what this is reminding me of just this feeling of betrayal, right? I feel like he's speaking on this, like this huge betrayal. In this case, in my personal case, it's bringing up a familial, paternal betrayal. But in this case, it's his country. And for those of us who resonate with this a little bit, it's not a waste of time to think about that a little bit and to contemplate on that in a healthy way, right? Anyways, let's keep going.
So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these papers. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. My reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list. The pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick.
Okay, I'm noticing this like almost one-shot film making, again, you know, I love Ren and his creativity, because it's not even just the music and the lyrics. He goes all out. Like the cinematography, right? Him and his friends, man, they just support each other in their creative exploration. It's so beautiful to witness. So you have this amazing cinematography where there's no cuts. It's just one performance. Is this live too? Is this another one of his live performances? Like, I'm not very musical. I don't really know, but I wouldn't be surprised, right, guys? I mean, he's such an amazing human artist. But yeah, I love his words, his twisting words, and I'm sorry, it just has everything. This is why I always worry when I do a reaction to Ren, just because I am such a huge fan. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but this is it. This is my raw reaction, friends, my fellow renegades.
Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose.
Oh, wait a minute. I see a wire on that guitar. Oh my God, this is live, isn't it? Ah, here we go.
Once you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
God, what's he gonna fucking... Oh no, Vincent. Ooh. Money Game 3 camera vibes going on here with the upside down stuff. Oh.
So it goes. Ooh. In the absence of the light, the devil sows a seed in the mind.
Oh my God. That's incredible. You guys, these musical changes. Okay, the song is not, it's like 5 minutes so far, and it's changed like 3 different times, and this is so gorgeous, the words he's just saying here after he, I think, probably killed that guy in the alley. And it's now this feeling of like he has a moment of reflection we haven't seen at all in this character, this Vincent character. Earlier, you know, so far we've only heard him say how much he hates everything. He wants to be destructive. He wants to destroy. And now he's killed this person potentially. And now he's over here. He's like, this is what happens when you have no light. The absence of light. The devil sows a seed. Oh, where's this gonna take us? I'm scared. I'm scared.
Devil sows a seed in the mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The culture will made him hate the world spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, heart upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie the Britons sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror.
Ooh, he is calling everybody out. How many of us distract ourselves with that meaningless bullshit, right? Okay, I need a moment to think. I need a moment to just feel for a second because this is so intense. my happy little shopper. I literally just bought something online. Ooh. Hey, let yourself be called out. This is not the time to be pointing fingers elsewhere. This is a time for us to look in the mirror, okay? So along with this shift in music, he's also got this shift in perspective. He's no longer speaking as Vincent. He is speaking as what? As Ren? Kind of telling the tale of Vincent in this moment of reflection and just, giving like a human perspective and humanizing Vincent's experience of like explaining how a Vincent is created, perhaps. Oh, I don't know. I'm just feeling a lot right now. This is our renegade Ren, right? Our revolutionary Ren, speaking about the destructive direction of culture, basically, of all of us just walking around like zombies, Vincent is obviously in need of help. He's drinking a lot. He wants to be destroying everything. But how do we see ourselves in Vincent? How are we reacting to the betrayal that we feel from whomever, our family, country, lover, friend? All of us have that feeling of betrayal, and we might not be expressing in the extreme like Vincent is, but please, let's look in the mirror and think about, how are we a Vincent? How are we distracting ourselves just to cope? When really what we need to do is this last part of the song, right? This kind of the last part of the song of like, think, like, because that's where the lessons are, right? Where the leather and the lace meet in the middle, the physical and the spiritual. Like, we can't just be reactive or violent. I feel like we need to learn, and we need to settle and to be in that dance that Ren speaks about in High Ren, of like, there is no good or bad. There's not a battle. It's about being able to coexist and to dance with the light and the dark. And when the light seems to be missing and the devil sows his seed, you have to find that light. Anyways, oh God.
Don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror. And swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow. And shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it, or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Richard. The one who killed Screech? Okay, hold on. Let me just go back a little bit. So, is he switching back? Is he Vincent back again? Oh, is he Vincent now again? Okay. He's not running. He's clumsy. He just stabbed a dude with this beer bottle. Sorry, you got to set the scenery again for myself. What's Richard gonna do?
And none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was a boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Okay, he didn't kill him. Oh, you guys, I'm feeling something here. I am feeling things. Okay. I love that he gave a shout out to his camera guy, because that shit was amazing. Oh, is there anything? Are we going to get a date? What's the next date? No date? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so I got some thoughts. Okay. Okay, Richard. First of all that talk about hating Britain and the betrayal of the country and the lies and all of this, for me, a character like Richard symbolizes authority, right? The arm of the government that enforces its laws and its lies and its bullshit. So that's what Richard represents. And in Screech's tale, he ends up, or I think this was in Jenny's tale actually, where he kills Screech. Well, whatever. I'm getting all the tales confused. It's been a while since I watched those. But anyways, he kills Screech, right? Because, and if you're thinking about him symbolizing Britain or just like the arm of the government, that's how little he views the lives of the people, where it's his safety first. It's just, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to kill this kid, apparently. I forgot that Jenny and Screech were 14. I don't know. I thought they were older in my brain. But anyways, so he kills Screech then. But now it's very interesting that he doesn't kill Vincent here. He has a moment, a pause, right? I mean, maybe because he doesn't want to get in trouble again, but the words that Ren used here is interesting. What did he say? He was like but Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So Richard is just trying to do the right thing, okay? He's not like, he's just a guy who's also subject to this government, to Britain. I feel like saying this word, he just wants to do the right thing. So now that he's made this mistake of killing Screech in the past, I'm not sure the timeline, how much time has passed. Apparently he's just gotten back from leave, according to this song here. Now I feel, and I could be wrong, who knows? Okay, Ren's not telling us anything. But he sees Vincent to me as now a human being. And instead of killing him, he just arrests him. He does what the law says, or, and he just arrests him. So for me, I feel like there's a sliver of hope. Remember when I was just saying, like, when there's no light, you have to find the light. Ren gives us a little bit of that light here at the end, because Richard, representing the law, he's still a citizen. He's still one of us in a way, right? He's still a person, and he is now seeing Vincent as a person because he didn't just kill him, he arrested him. So I'm thinking now maybe there's this opportunity for Vincent to have a bit of rehab, maybe, because he's been given that opportunity, because he wasn't just killed. He was seen as a human being, and it's that little bit of light offered in the dark that can really turn shit around, for Vincent, for us. For us. This is about us. Everything is about us. Okay, like everything in our experience as a human being, we can enjoy it and love it and everything, but it's always a worthwhile enterprise to really think about what our experiences are teaching us, telling us, communicating to us. Because if you're watching my channel, you are a bit of a spiritual seeker, and I don't say that as someone who's religious or whatever, but just somebody who's looking for meaning, for something else. There is something more than just this. And so, I mean, I didn't expect to get that much out of the song today, but here we are. Ren, you're amazing. Just amazing. I love that we saw that part of Ren who's such a revolutionary, who speaks for the meek, and who calls out not just the government or whatever crooked authority figures there are, but also us. He calls us out, and that's okay. That's a good thing. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining me on this reaction. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough when you really love Ren to do these reactions, because I almost feel like I want to do it in private, but now that I have a channel, it's what I do. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. I will see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. But until then, stay grounded as you embrace the sacred. Bye for now, friends.